The squat is widely referred to as the king of all exercises because it's a compound movement that works some of the biggest muscles in the body like the glutes, quads, hamstrings, and core. Strengthening those muscles then allows for easy movement, prevents injuries, and gives you that tight and toned look. You get some of the highest returns on your time investment when you squat. Having said that, the squat is also a movement that doesn't seem to get the love and attention it deserves because people are usually fixated on doing push-ups, pull-ups, bicep curls, and setups for aesthetics. But squatting is easily the one exercise people need the most. Even the humble bodyweight squat can bring tremendous results, especially if you do it every day. Exercise frequency is actually the biggest secret in the fitness industry that nobody is talking about, especially when it comes to muscle building. Because frequent, low-intensity workouts still sends muscle building and beneficial hormonal signals to your body. It doesn't have to be heavy for it to be effective. You might even see some of the fastest gains of your entire life by simply doing 100 squats every day. The key is to monitor your intensity. Never go to failure. You need to have good technique and you need to practice it every day. It's a much better approach and the benefits are life-changing. Are you gonna set world records for the heaviest lifts or win a bodybuilding competition if you take this unorthodox approach? No. But if you can increase your daily activity without overloading your rate of perceived exertion, you're still gonna get amazing results. More importantly, it gets you out of living a sedentary lifestyle. When you do 100 squats every day, you get access to amazing benefits like improved insulin sensitivity and blood glucose control. It builds and maintains muscle, which is how you get that tight and toned look. It then burns extra calories as a byproduct because muscle is a very active tissue to build and maintain. You get stronger bones. It strengthens your heart. It improves immune function. It elevates your mood. It's good for the brain because it spurs the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor or BDNF, which is miracle grow for the brain. It helps activate a cleanse on a cellular level called autophagy. It also triggers the production of glutathione, which is the body's main antioxidant. It has anti-aging effects because you're triggering the production of testosterone and growth hormone. It also addresses many chronic issues like back pain, mobility, discomfort, and it could improve athletic performance. More importantly, it's infinitely easier to get in the habit of just doing 100 squats every day, rather than finding the time to go to the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week, which then drastically increases your adherence. You're actually gonna do it because it's easy. What's surprising is how effective this approach is. Just do 100 squats every day and the results can be just as amazing when it comes to achieving your health and weight loss goals. Because in doing so, you get to incorporate exercise into your daily routine. You're practicing it every day, which then turns it into a habit. Especially if your goal is to just get in shape, lose your stubborn fat, fit better in your clothes, have a flat stomach, and feel better overall. Just do 100 squats every day and watch what happens. And if you want to work with me, you can book a free consultation to join the Fat Loss Accelerator VIP program by clicking the link in the description and comments below. Now, if you haven't done squats since gym class in high school, the simplest way to get started is to practice doing a resting squat every day. Some people call it the Asian squat, but it's a primal and archetypal position human beings evolved to do. The bottom squat position is how we would normally rest. There were no couches back in the Paleolithic times. It's how we defecate and it's how some women would give birth. In short, it's a position that the human body knows how to be in. And if you also haven't practiced the deep squat position, and if you've spent a lot of time sitting in the 90-degree angle all these years, you most likely have lost some mobility on your hips, knees, and ankles. It might have even evolved to chronic back pain. Your cells literally become sticky when you spend too much time in one position. So if you find yourself tipping over front or backwards when you squat, you might also need to incorporate some ankle, knee, hip, and spine mobility exercises like hip abduction and calf stretches. A half pigeon stretch also helps. But the easiest way to get started is to find something to hold on to like a railing for support to get into that bottom squat position. If 10 is the maximum number you can do where you literally can't do another one even if you tried, that's not the number you're gonna do. Cut it in half. Just do 5, rest a little bit, and do it again and again. The key is to break it down to small, manageable sets. What you don't want to do is work through pain at any point. Your body will tell you when to stop. You can also prop your heels a little bit to help you get into a deeper squat position. Another great progression if you're new is to just practice sitting down and standing back up 100 times. Because if you think about it, squatting to some extent is just part of everyday life. Whether you're getting up from the couch, getting out of bed, or picking something up from the floor. So practicing bodyweight squats will just make you a more functional human being. Now, here are some common mistakes when doing squats and how to fix it. Mistake number 1, rounding your back. As with any exercise, keeping your back straight or in a neutral position is critical for proper form and avoiding injury. Next, you shouldn't lean forward. This goes back to keeping your chest up and out. Leaning too far forward can also place a lot of unnecessary stress on your lower back. Next, knees going inward. The knees should always be pointed out. They should never be caving inward. If they are, reduce the depth and the weight, at least until you get your form and technique down. Lastly, not going low enough. Squat down as low as you comfortably can while maintaining proper technique. Deeper squats also create more activation in the hamstrings and glutes. The more muscles are firing, the better. And when you start practicing bodyweight squats every day, you're gonna wake up in the morning with more energy, vigor, and feel more youthful overall. Exercise is the best anti-aging remedy, and it's free. It's also a great way to build up your legs, power, explosiveness, and improve mobility. Because the truth is, you don't need to lift extremely heavy weights to build strength and improve your physique. Think about prisoner training. They're able to build massive physiques and power just using their own body weight. And look no further than one of the greatest boxers of all time, Mike Tyson. He reportedly used a lot of bodyweight squats to build strength when he spent time in prison. Another great example are blue-collar workers like construction workers. They haul heavy equipment and tools every day. Same goes for farmers. They're doing things that if the average person tries, you'd be extremely sore the next day. But blue-collar workers feel nothing. It's because they do it every day. They practice every day. Same goes for farmers. They have incredible work capacity in their corresponding muscle groups they use for work. That's where the term farmer strength comes from. Same goes for gymnasts. They usually don't lift any weights and they have incredible muscular bodies. It's because they're training their bodies every day. This daily practice approach is also how I personally train these days, and I'm able to maintain a physique I'm proud of. The secret is you need enough volume for this to work. Anybody can do 10 squats. Make it 100 and you're looking at a decent workout. Do it every day and you're gonna get some life-changing results. As you progress, you can start adding weight or do different bodyweight squat variations and advanced techniques like Hindu squats, split squats, sissy squats, and pistol squats to keep things interesting. Each variation presenting its own challenges and benefits. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then you don't want to ignore this one. I'll see you there.